All right, this one's laying out clean. And I'll show you what I was looking at, and then you can see if you see the arrowhead. Yeah, a handful of flint in the pocket walking up. Come about 100 yards, 150 yards, haven't failed much. But there's a lot of flint just falling out underneath these roots. We're going to investigate it and see if there's anything to it. Your hand. You got him some. Oh, that one worked. Can't tell. I'll have to clean that off. He's got a little handful. I got a little handful. It's just falling out of these roots. But I don't see too much else. We're going to try to keep our eyes peeled. Look real slow through here and just kind of creep up a hill. All right, that piece here looks like a broke off piece from a utilized flake. We're just finding it everywhere in here. That's plastic. I was like, man, that's pretty blue. The little pieces there. But now we found that little utilized flake piece. Like I said, we'll just have to take our time through here. We're gonna find something, I think. Right in the same vicinity of this flint, I found this piece. It looks worked at, but it's not quite the right rock. I'm gonna clean it off, look at it when we get home. I'm not sure it's anything, but it did look worked. Bub found a fire line right there. See them 3 rocks, Bub? Get that top one. It's teardrop shape right there, just right there in front of you. That anything? Nah, that's all I thought, but I did find something. I'm 90% sure. You see it, it's worked around. It's a piece of granite. We got some type of tool. It's busted in half. I think it's a celt. It's almost smoothed down like a celt. It's super crude, but I'm 99% sure it's what it is. There's all kinds of stuff. This hill's falling in, so we gotta take it real slow and look through here, because this is a really good spot. I ain't taking that one out. That's a big old nutter right there. It's got 3 or 4 on the top of it. Yeah. New spot right here. We're gonna try to look. I'd say this part fell out of that hill right in there. It ain't an artifact, but I'll take it. Tell it got washed in with the last flood. Nice shovel there. Awesome. Adds to our tool collection. There's a beaver dip maker. That's all that happens when the water gets high. These old boys, sometimes they got little dens up off a river about 7 or 8 feet, sometimes more. And when it floods, they don't build it right. The water gets in it and they'll either drown in the den or they'll come out and die of hypothermia. That's a big boy right there. That's what sounds like it's throwing rocks in the river at me at night. Bub's up there looking at a little beaver den. I found a little cowboy started to work. Got on that side, but never worked too much on that side except for the bottom. That's pretty cool. We just got a little bit of uncovered rocks in here to look. We're almost to the end. It ain't been the best day, ain't been the worst day. All right, Bub finally coming with a W here. That piece kind of looked like it was working at it. But this piece is definitely working some kind of big blade. Real crude, but obviously worked on there. That's a really good find. All right. All right. See some railroad spikes and some stuff on the ground there. We're in a less traveled part of my bread and butter spot. It's just harder to get into, so we don't get in here as much. But I haven't been in here since the floods, and there's been a few small rains. One just now ending, so we'll come in here and see if we can't find anything on the hillside. It's not as long a spot, but there's a couple good places to look, and we're going to check them out. All right, this is the reason why we don't get on this side that much. When the water's down, sometimes I can make it through there, but right over there is where I found the Civil War coin. If you haven't seen that, it's the first time I've ever been down here. Check that video out. You can't miss it in the feed. I'll try to remember to put a link in, but Got a bunch of stuff falling out on this hillside, stuff that wasn't here before. You see some rock down in there. We're gonna take this slow and check it out in here, see if there's anything good. All right, in here you can see the variety of layers. Like down here, in places there's fire rock coming out, and then you get up here towards the top, there's modern stuff. I got a piece of cement. Sometimes it gets mixed in because they tear the earth up, but a lot of times the newer stuff's always on top naturally. I don't see too much in here. There's some fire rock in here, but that's about it. Nothing worth trying to risk sliding down into that for, as if I go, I'm going all the way in. All right, I was looking in here, see if I see anything under the roots, and I can't guarantee our success for artifacts today, but I can guarantee our success for bottles. Right there's a Coca-Cola bottle. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's a super old one. We'll get it cleaned off and get a look at it over here on the stable beach. All right, trademark registered in U.S. Patent Office. Trademark registered, minimum content 6 fluid ounces. Parkersburg, West Virginia. So this is an older one. They obviously don't make bottles in West Virginia anymore. Well, in Parkersburg anyway. I don't think they make them in West Virginia at all, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. There's another little bit of something up there, some type of bottle. There's a little bit of a home site that falls in. I think that's where the Civil War medal came from. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. If you can find something that old, it's hard to tell what you find. We're taking that long walk around that I showed you a minute ago, and we're looking where this old homestead is. I'm hoping that we can find something of value. Like I said, we don't have as long to go, but there's some good spots in here, so I'm hoping we can find something super nice today. All right, I'm glad I looked back down. I noticed something here I think's an artifact. Let's see it, it looks worked. Oh, weird rock. Worked all over. Let's wash this off and see if it's anything. Oh my. Lots of rock everywhere. It's kind of hard to look in here for all that broken up stuff. Hi. I'm not too sure that that's anything. It looks like a napped rock, but we'll take it home. It doesn't feel like the kind of flint. It feels almost like gravel quarried, and we're in a bunch of quarried stuff here. Not as much as other places, but there's some in here. That's a big what if. You can see up under these tree roots there's some stuff, bottles and a lot of other things have fallen out. Little metal things. Nothing too show worthy. A lot of busted up glass down here. But every once in a while something comes out of here that impresses me. So we're going to keep moving down. See if we can't find anything else before the beach runs out. Alright, this one's laying out clean. And I'll show you what I was looking at, and then you can see if you see the arrowhead. So I was looking at this, when the top kind of looked like a celt. I started to move, and I noticed this bad boy right here. Very nice triangle point if it didn't have that busted tip. Little Ford Ancient, the way it kind of circular on the sides, a little curved, I guess is the correct word. So that's cool. The less productive side of the bread and butter produced today, so that's always a win to come to here and find something. Well, found a little bladelet. I think it's just debitage. Not too much else in here. We'll look around, but I don't think I'm going to find anything. Right, what that is, that's a melted bottle. We're leaving now. I just headed up a hill. We're a good ways away from the river. There's just stuff sticking out. Oh, that one's melted too. A little bit of fire rock looking rocks in there. Makes you wonder. There's Native Americans all over the land. They just didn't live just by the river. They were probably up on this to get away from the floods a lot. That's pretty cool. All right, these are the results from the doubleheader here. We went down into 2 separate spots. We went to our regular bread and butter. We found all this stuff up here, and then we went upriver about 3 or 4 miles, maybe not even that much when you're down on the river, but on the road it's a little bit farther. We found this off camera actually here at the house. I don't know if it's even old, but it was on my hill right above my house. It's taking Dashy out. You can hear him in the background whining. He wants out because he thinks I'm having fun, but we're almost ready for bed. I don't know if that's old or not, but I thought it was neat sticking out of the ground. I've never seen anything like that around the house. So, a big old pile of flint from the 2 trips. Now, when we were down at the river, Douglas found this. He thinks it's a little crude blade. It doesn't really have a seam that follows. On that side, it looked like it was worked a little bit, so I'm on the fence about it. This one here has a seam that goes around it. It's been worked, just been beat to heck. Think about, look at that when it was smoothed out. Looks like it would have been a granite celt. I'm 90% sure that's what that is. And we find some good stuff in there from time to time. But the find of the video is going to be this little triangle point here. We actually rescued this today. Where this was is now underwater. I looked at the river app and it's gone up half a foot. So actually a little bit over half a foot, about 0.6 of a foot. And that was not too far from the water's edge. That would officially be submerged right now, probably gone to history. So pretty cool to go in there, be able to save another artifact, have one for the collection, show y'all. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, remember, give it a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. We'll get back down on the river and we'll see you then. Have a good one.